What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your boy Maas Apeal, and it's another adult conversation with Maas. We made it to another Tuesday, so we got to give thanks to the Most High. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I had a great week. I had a great week, and I went to Atlanta. I went to Atlanta last Wednesday, and I returned back today. So I needed to revive and renew and refresh myself. So I went and took care of that. And I had a good time. I got a lot of friends that live in Atlanta. Um, and it was good to see them. A few of my homeboys took me out. I don't think I've been out that much in that short amount of time in a long time. Um, my buddies really are trying to tempt me to move back to the A. And I don't know, it's a possibility because, like I said, I had been looking to move to Tampa, and I decided against moving to Tampa just because of everything that's going on in Florida, and I don't like hurricanes. But yeah, I had a great weekend. I have no complaints. Y'all saw today's title. We're gonna talk about the presidency. We're gonna talk about Atlanta women and talk about a couple other things, but y'all know I like to kick the show off with the current events. And one current event I want to talk about is, there's been all these people in an uproar talking about the sun. The sun has been replaced by a reflector, and the U.S. and the other governments of the world have conspired to basically cover up the sun, and the sunflowers are turning around backwards, not looking at the sun and things like that. But I don't know. I can say that when I was younger and I was in astronomy class or we were going over astronomy, I remember them talking about the different cycles of the sun. Now, there's this uproar because people say that the sun used to be red and used to be orange and now it's kind of a bright white. But if people remember, the sun is a star. Stars go through phases, and every one of the star's phases isn't red and luminous. I remember that once the sun went out of the red cycle, basically the next cycle in a star's life was white light. So I think people should do a little bit of research before they start getting in an uproar about things and saying that the sun has been replaced with a sun reflector, and they've showed all the US patents and things like that. But and even if they did make all this stuff, there's still different cycles that stars go through. And the sun is a star. It's the closest star to us. That's why it's bigger than the rest of the stars. But they do go through cycles. And the stars that you see at night, they're not red, they're white. So I just think people need to chill out, do a little bit of research, and stop following a lot of narratives that they see online. It's just my thinking. It's just my thinking. What do y'all think? And I don't know if anybody had a chance, but last night's full moon was the blue moon. It was really large. It was beautiful. And there's been a lot of larger moons, full moons lately, and I just seen something where super moons. So basically, last night was a super moon. September, October, and November will also be super moons. Seeing the next month's moon, this was a blue moon last night, and the next full moon is going to be a blood moon. So you might want to take a moment of your time to go out and view The moon, because the moon is in different cycles. That's why we're having blue moons and super moons and blood moons and things of that nature, because things are changing. The world is changing. So I just think I wanted to talk about that because, keep hearing this stuff about the sun has been replaced with a reflector and things of that nature. But no, stars go through cycles. If you look it up, you can look at all the cycles of a star. Stars do not always burn red. Sometimes they burn white. But it's just my outlook on it. The Democratic National Convention started last night, and I did watch a little bit of it. I didn't watch the whole show because I was on YouTube looking at the riots and the disturbances that were going on. But my thing that I just really don't understand is, why are people so passionate about Palestine and Israel? I mean, I can understand, but why is this? It's always combative. And it's always actors that are outside of the real point, that are, all these people that are fighting the police and fighting protesters, and they said that Antifa's in Chicago. What are they fighting for? I mean, you can support one side, you can support the other side, but it's just, to me, it's just stuff that's used as a mask to what's really going on. Didn't know this, but Israel has free healthcare. And Israel's free healthcare is paid for by the taxpayers of America. We don't even have free healthcare. So how can our tax dollars be used to give to another country so that they can have free healthcare? It just don't make sense. Doesn't make sense, but hey, it's the world we live in today. It's the world we live in today. But hit the like button, subscribe to the page, share this video out. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Facebook. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Twitch. I got to make a professional account for X. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a professional account because I don't know if it costs money or something, but I'm not paying to have some check mark next to my name on X. So hopefully I want to be streaming on X again, but yeah, got to have a professional account now. So we're coming up on 8 minutes into the show. And Atlanta women. We talk about relationships on Adult Conversations with Maas. And men love women. Men want to have a significant other. And me, I want all men to be happy. So when I go and I visit different cities and I go out to clubs and I go out to cigar lounges and I go out, I'm always looking at how the women interact with the men. And I have to say this, but Atlanta women are the nicest women in America. And what I want to say about that is, hey, what's going on, Janae? How you doing tonight? What I want to say about that is, why are the women in Atlanta the nicest? Is it because there's competition for them? What is it? You know, you can be a 7 in the city that you come from, 7 or 8. Nobody's perfect, so I don't say 10s. So 7s and 8s. You can be a 7 or 8 where you come from. But when you go to Atlanta, it's 23 to 1. There's 23 women for every man. So if you want a good man in Atlanta, you have to compete. Women don't like competing. I've heard countless stories of people moving to Atlanta with their, with their girlfriend or their boyfriend or whatever. And women say that when men get to Atlanta, they go crazy. What is it? I don't think it's going crazy. I just think that the attitudes and the things that you have to deal with in other places that are not highly populated with African American men, women can be more demonstrative in the things that they want. Whereas when you go to Atlanta, there's just an influx of beautiful women that are in Atlanta. So you can be a 7 or 8 in where you're coming from, but if you don't maintain yourself and take care of yourself and dress and pamper yourself, you can go to Atlanta and be a 3. You can be an 8 in your hometown, and you can go to Atlanta and be a 3 or a 5. But the same status that women may have in their hometowns, they move to Atlanta and you don't have that same status because there's 23 other women that are comparable that men have to choose from. So my question to everybody tonight is, why is it that women in Atlanta are by far nicer? Women in Atlanta tend to take care of themselves more than other places I've been. They keep themselves up. You don't see too many fill-ins needed on their fingernails. And they don't go out with their feet not done, or they don't go out with their hair not done. I can say that I was in Atlanta for a week and I did not see one bonnet. Not one. Now, I didn't go to the hood, but bonnets are not relegated to the hood. But I can honestly say that the entire week that I was in Atlanta, and I was in different parts of Atlanta all over the city, and not one time did I see a bonnet. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. So, is the reason that women in Atlanta are nicer is because there's more competition? And women know that men aren't going to deal with nasty, meanness, masculine energy. Now, I always talk on my show that I don't approach women now, but the women were so approachable in Atlanta. I see these horror stories about dating in Atlanta. I don't know. I had a great week. Good conversations, just whole intellectual, feminine energy. It was just an influx of it in Atlanta. Why is it? I come back to the Midwest, back to the meanness, back to the surliness. smack to the women that don't. Women in the Midwest, they go to the grocery store with a bonnet on, with house shoes. Another thing, I did not see one person at the grocery store with pajamas on. With pajamas. So what is the difference? What is the difference in the pool of women in Atlanta than the pool of women everywhere else? What's the difference? Hit the like button. Share this video. Subscribe to the page. I want y'all to tell me, what's the difference? Why is it that women in Atlanta are much, much more approachable than women in a lot of places? And I've lived in D.C. I've lived in lots of different places. But the women in Atlanta, I don't know if it's, and everybody's not from the South, so you can say Southern hospitality to a certain extent. But a lot of the women that live in Atlanta are transplants. A lot of women in Atlanta are transplants, but they have acquired Southern hospitality. Or is it they've acquired hospitality? Or is it that they know that they have to be feminine, secure intellectually, and they have to dress the part to get a good man? Why is this? Why do women in other cities not do this? Is it other cities, women don't really have to compete for men as much as women have to compete for men in Atlanta? What is it? We are 17 minutes into the show. So you already know. Everybody's watching on Facebook and everybody that's watching on Twitch. I'm about to cut the water off. So you got to come over and join the conversation. You got to come over and join the conversation. So I'm going to cut these off. And, I didn't mean to cut that off. We're going to cut these off. And y'all going to come over to YouTube and join the conversation, because I need watch hours, because YouTube is not playing fair. YouTube's not playing fair. For some reason, I wasn't able to. I scheduled the show through my streaming account, but for some reason, my show didn't come up on my page. So I'm not sure, but yeah, I need y'all to come over and get these watch hours up, because YouTube's not playing fair. But I'm gonna go check these comments out, and we're gonna see what's going on. April showers. Hey, April, where you been at? We seen April showers a couple weeks. Hopefully everything's good with you. If you haven't been over there to check out April Showers page, go check her out. She's a funny lady. She's got some skits on her page. She goes live sometimes. Go check out April Showers. Jeanette Harrison. When I lived in ATL, it was okay. I had a good time. The atmosphere was all right. Does the atmosphere make women more apt to taking care of themselves? Is the atmosphere the reason that women are so nice, Jeanette? Why are the women in Atlanta nicer and more accommodating than any place else in America that I've been to? I don't think the women in ATL compete with each other. I think they uplift other women. Yeah, you can say they uplift other women, but it's a competition. It's a competition for good men in Atlanta. Believe that. Believe that. They're competing for men. Don't get that twisted, Jeanette. They're competing for men in Atlanta. The atmosphere is very different. Clubs are more friendly. I had to cuss a bartender out, but yeah. I mean, that was the only mean woman I came in contact with, was the bartender I had to cuss out. It happens. It happens. Dark Star, how you doing, Dark Star? The Bud Files, how you doing, Bud Files? Hey, Sue, how you, Sue? Sue and your husband? Hope everything's fine. But yeah, why? Why are women nicer in the South? Is it the atmosphere? Is that what breeds niceness? I mean, I live in Cincinnati. It's a nice atmosphere. It's nice. It's nice here. Clubs are cool, but the women are not. The women are not nice like the women in ATL. The women are not nicer. The women are nicer in ATL than lots of different places. I've been to California. I've been to Texas. I've been to Florida. I've been to Chicago. I've been to New York. I lived in Maryland, Virginia, and DC. Uh, I've traveled all over. Indiana, Indianapolis, Memphis, Nashville, Knoxville, Raleigh, Charlotte, Orlando, Miami, Tampa, and all these places. And the men can chime in as well. Ladies, men, I've been to all these different places. And like I said, by far, Atlanta women are the nicest. They take care of themselves. Yeah, every club I went to, every club, every lounge, cigar lounge, restaurant, people were so nice. The ladies were so nice. You want to dance? Oh yeah, come on, let's dance. Oh, let's have a good. Yeah. Women in Atlanta want to be approached. Women in Atlanta, they want to be approached. They want a man to approach them. They want a man to show them that they look nice. Yeah. I didn't get one nasty look to women even if they didn't want to talk or they got ahead of man, or they were still nice. It was still a soft letdown. And a lot of times, that's all men want is a soft letdown. Even if you're not interested, you don't have to be coarse and mean and nasty and like it's a given that somebody's going to say something to you. Soft letdown. Soft letdown. A lot of women don't know nothing about the soft letdown, and that's why a lot of men do not. Yeah, men were approaching women in Atlanta. Is it the sun? Is it the red dirt? What is it? What is it? I need the men to speak up. The ladies been going hard for the last 2 weeks. Where are the men at? I'm great, Dark Star. I'm great. No complaints. And if I did, it really wouldn't mean anything. But yeah, I'm doing great. Angie baby, good evening. Angie baby's in the house tonight. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Jeanette said maybe they have to compete cause they're competing with men who want to. Oh no. Come on. Come on, Jeanette. Come on. Come on, Jeanette. That Transformers are not in for men that love women. Transformers aren't in competition with y'all. There's a segment of men who want Transformers, and those men can have those Transformers. There are men who want womb born women. We're not looking at Transformers. We're not looking at Transformers. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that the Transformers are not true competition of women. Not to a man that wants a woman. Dark Star said true. Angie baby laughed. Okay, ladies, okay. Janelle said, I think men got to be more careful in ATL when dating because some of the men look just like, there are places where, though, I guess, Jeanette, I didn't come across no Transformers this weekend, none of the clubs I was at. I didn't come across no Transformers. Nah, I didn't come across no Transformers. Men have to be careful wherever. And it's not just because of, Transformers. Everybody has to be careful. Everyone has to be careful. But I don't know. Okay, so why are women nicer? What is it about Atlanta that makes women nicer? More accommodating? What is it? I mean, yeah, they go in straight clubs, but I'm gonna say this, Jeanette. To me, you all are not in competition with Transformers. That's not even a competition because they're not a woman. They're not a woman. And I guess it happens, but man, it's not safe. It's not safe. It's good to be straight up, straightforward, especially in that type of situation. Is you have. I mean, those types of women have to be straight up when they meet somebody, and they have to be straight up because, like you said, they do look like women, but I don't know. I'm the type of person. I don't like a lot. They got to wear a lot of makeup. I'm not a cake. I don't like cake face. I don't. So yeah, you got to put whole bunch of makeup on your face. That's gonna throw me off anyway. It's gonna throw me off anyway. And you can look and all that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you took the conversation a whole different place. I really didn't think it was gonna go there, but hey, if that's what we want to talk about, if y'all think that's y'all's competition, then yeah, so be it. Because you all are the women. But I just don't think that there's no competition. Most Transformers are looking for straight men. At 2 a.m., most men are. I guess that's why I'm not in the clubs at 2 a.m. I like to leave before the club let out because usually when the club let out, that's when crazy stuff goes on. And the later it gets, the worse your decisions are. I like to make good decisions. So if I'm out of there, I don't. Yeah. Most Transformers are looking for straight men. They can be looking, but this got to be receptive. You got to be receptive. I don't know. Dark Star. Hey, ladies, I'm listening intently because yeah, I didn't. This is not the route that I expected this conversation to go. But hey, but to me, they're not. Yeah, they are not competition for a real woman. That ain't even a competition. That's trickery. That's sorcery. That's trickery. That's Wow. Hold on. Angie Baby said they sizing the men up. Catch more bees. There you go. You gonna try to use my words against me this week, Angie Baby? Nah, that ain't the. I wasn't throwing that. Nah, I'm not throwing honey that way. My honey is for heterosexual actions. My glow is a heterosexual glow. So yeah, I don't have no problem telling the transformer this ain't the tree you want. That's easy. That's an easy in the conversation over. Jen said now those transformers be looking just like women. Sometimes you can't tell them apart. Too many of them paying for them. Well, one way to combat that is to mess with women with children. Women that have baby pictures. Now, these are things that you talk about when you first meet somebody. But like I said, I go to the club for fun. And yeah, if you meet somebody, that's cool, but the club is for fun. You really want to meet somebody, you got to go to different places. We've already talked about this stuff. I'm not going to go back to, yeah. I'm going to stick with what, yeah. If you want better, you go look better places. You don't go to a club looking for a relationship. You know. But yeah, the club is for fun. So, like I said, I'm gone at 2 a.m. I ain't at the club at 2 a.m. So I'm not making those bad decisions. Y'all crazy. Y'all ladies, y'all wilding tonight. Y'all wilding tonight. Hell, real women are wearing a lot of makeup now. Some of them look like trans. Wow. You said it, not me. We're not gonna blame this on the men. Hell, real women are wearing a yes. I don't like cake faces. If you got to wear a whole lot of makeup, man, just be natural. Cause all that makeup is closing your pores, your face gonna break out. Man, a lot of y'all don't need makeup. A little bit of blush, your cheeks, some lipstick. That's it. You don't need that foundation. Then you gotta put the shiny stuff. Then you gotta put the stuff that mute the shininess. It's too much. It's too much, ladies. It's too much. It's too much. The life of living in ATL. The leading cause of death amongst transformers is black men. And that comes from not being truthful. I know in the last month, I've seen like 3 or 4 stories. You gotta be truthful. You have to be truthful. You can't play with people. Especially, you can't play with people. Full disclosure. There has to be full disclosure. So yeah, this is good. I'm glad that it's come. Yeah, people must disclose things. Venereal diseases, sexual preference. These are all things that need to be, discussed before you lay down with somebody. Yeah, so it ain't just that. It's other things. Yeah, but I'm with you. I'm with you. And I mean, the leading cause of death is because they're playing. They're not being honest. If we want to be honest about it, we want to be honest about it. If I'm looking for a quality, right? That's what we talked about that last week, Edge baby, and that's what I said. I said, women complain a lot about the men that they come across, the men that they've been in relationships with, and things of that nature. I said, maybe you need to change the places you go to meet men. Go to an art gallery. Go to a jazz bar. Go to the bookstore. Ladies, where do you go to look for quality men? Where do where do you go to? So what I'm saying is, if you are looking for the right person, and this is for men or women, if you're looking for the right person, do you have to go where the good people are? You have to go. Do men have to go to Atlanta to find a good woman? Can men find good women? I mean, we know that you can find good women everywhere. But is it good for men that women compete? Is it good for men that there's a competition in Atlanta for men? Is that the reason? I think that's the reason why women are so nice and so accommodating in Atlanta, is because nobody wants to be alone. Nobody wants to be alone. And I think those women work at trying to get a good man. And to get a good man, you got to be accommodating, you got to be feminine, and men like women in all shapes and sizes. So we're not even gonna talk about that because men love women. So if you're a woman, there's a man that's gonna like your shape. It's a given. I see big girls out here with dudes that look. I'm just saying there are big women out here who pulling men. So we can't say wait and there's men that like that. There's some men that. Yeah. So I don't think that that's even an issue, or even because there are men that like skinny women. There are men that like voluptuous women. There are men that like big women. There are men who like mixed women. What I'm saying is men have preferences. So there's a woman out there for every man. And so where can you go find a quality woman or a quality man? If you can't find a good man in your city, do you just keep on dating the men in your city knowing that you want something better? Men Men are going to say, well, I'm just having fun. But if a man is really looking for a good woman, will you go to another city, location, to try to find a woman? Or try to find a man? Would you go out of your location where you live at to find a significant other if you weren't having success where you live? Would you go to another area? No, you good. The conversation goes where y'all family. So if I bring up something that's where we wanted the conversation to go, we can always get back on point. We'll always bring it back and get back on point. So yeah, I don't have a problem because there's different branches on this tree. Y'all are pointing out things that, like I said, I wasn't really. I guess Transformers didn't come into the equation of my conversation because they're not even in the equation. So I didn't. Yeah, that's so you are bringing up things. This is valid. It is valid, but I would say that there's Transformers everywhere. There's Transformers everywhere. I don't think it's just Atlanta. Transformers are everywhere. There's a segment of society that people have their own proclivities, and there's nothing wrong with that. But and you brought up something that was valid, Jeanette. You said, or Angie Baby, one of you all said, or Dark Star, that Transformers are looking for straight men. Well, I would say that A man that's going to be receptive to a transformer is not a straight man. That's not a straight man. If a man is going to be open to a transformer, that's not a straight man. So I think that's a misnomer. There are no straight men who like transformers. That's not possible. If a man is open to entertaining a transformer, he is not straight. So let's get that. Let's get that right there. A man that is open to participating his proclivities with a transformer is not straight. So let's get that straight right there. That's not a straight man thing. Jeanette said, I'm not looking, so he can find you. Want the man to find you. We the hunters. There are women hunters, but men are hunters. In Houston, Texas, STD. Houston is ridiculous right now. I have a couple friends and a family member that were saying that they were interested in moving to Houston, and I let them see a video. I showed all of them this video that gave the Houston STD rates for last month, and it was outrageous. And these people didn't even know about the undercurrent of that. Yeah, like 25,000 people have syphilis last month in Houston. 17,000 people tested positive for HIV in Houston. 5,000 people had gonorrhea and something else they talked about. They didn't even give numbers for herpes and other things like that. They just gave chlamydia, gonorrhea, HIV, and something else. So yeah, it's crazy out here. So it is not safe. And that's just Houston. But Houston people, people going to the Mocha Fest and stuff like that. You can't find and I mean that right there tells you people are doing stuff that they want, not what they need. Because you're not gonna find a significant other at the Mocha Fest, the Freaknik, none of these things. You're going to find a good person. You might find a good sexual partner or something like that, but I think a lot of people put too much emphasis on sex. Sex is fun. Sex is fun. Sex is great. Sex is how we procreate. But I think that there's just a little bit too much emphasis put on sex, as opposed to friendship. Because before anything can start, you got to be friends. You can't meet somebody and boom, we're in a relationship. No, there has to be a friendship in order for it to last. Because if I'm in a friendship with the person that I'm pursuing, I'm more apt to work things out. I'm more apt to work things. I'm a real big proponent on being a friend. Because if I'm gonna be in a monogamous relationship with someone, I want to know their family structure. I want to know, did she grow up with a father? Did she grow up with a father figure? Things of that nature. So I'm real big on friendship, and a lot of people aren't on that. And then I'm an open book. A lot of people don't like having tough conversations. But you got to have tough conversations before you get into a monogamous relationship with someone. You want to know a person's sexual history. You got anything? Have you ever had it? You want to know these things. That's why it's good to have my chart. Because your my chart, person asks you, yeah, here's my chart. Ain't had nothing, ain't never had nothing, ain't had nothing. And that'd be the end of that story. But a lot of people don't want to have those conversations. You gotta have those conversations because you're not gonna hurt your friend. You may let your friend down. It may not work out, but if it's a friend, it's better. You'll work things out. I'm more apt to work things out with a woman that I'm a friend with as opposed to somebody I met and yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm not competing over a man ever again in my life. Angie, yeah, you will. You do it every day. You get up, you put your lipstick on, that nice red lipstick that you like to wear. You do your hair. You go out with your chin up, your back straight. You're competing. You may not look at it as a competition, but you're competing. You're getting up, you're looking nice, and yeah, women say that I do that for myself. Yeah, you may be doing that for yourself, but you're doing it to get the attention of a man. You're competing unknowingly. You compete. Don't never think that. Whatever, Angie, baby, whatever. Us big girls is winning. Hey, I like I like thick women. I like women with double D's, and there's nothing wrong with all that. So I just think women are winning. Big girls, pretty, yeah, everything. Everybody, yeah, okay, big girl, okay, big girls are winning. Okay. There are those chubby chasers. Wow. Why they give me chubby chasers? Why they gotta be chubby chasers? Some men like thick women. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Pontoon Jody. You forgot about me, Jody? Come on now, Jody. Come on now, Jody. How you forget about me? You can't forget about me, Jody. Thank you, Jody. You like my jacket? Yeah, I like my jacket. Yeah. Thanks, Jody. You know me. I try to be pleasing to the eye for you ladies. I try. I don't always do a good job, but I try. Gotta give y'all something nice to look at. Can't come in here looking bummy. Back to Transformers. There's a lot of deep. Oh, okay. There's a lot of. Oh, oh yeah. I can't front. It's a problem. They are out there. Now, yes, the women were very, very nice in Atlanta, but there were some weirdos. But that's Atlanta. I'm a nice dressed man. I'm light skinned. Yeah, I get those weird looks. Yeah, I got one. Some dude was looking at me, and I, yeah, I put it out. I don't care. Nah, you can cut that. Motherfucker turned around and walked. Yeah, and ladies was laughing because yeah, I don't. You gonna come at me and I'm a motherfucking in public. Just just how I am. But yeah, this is a no transformer. This is a no weird dude. This is a no weird dude, no weird energy zone. And yeah, you look at me, I put you on Front Street because the ladies need to know. Don't look at me like that. Don't. Yeah, it's a certain way that a man should not look at another man. And when a man look at me like that, yeah, I put it. Yeah, I had to do that 2 or 3 times in Atlanta. You do stuff like that, you don't have to worry about no man approaching. Put them on Front Street. Pontoon Jody said, I might be what? I might be getting a new man. Jody, what you talking about? What you talking about, Jody? You got a man. You got a man, Jody. What you talking about? Jody said, I might be getting a new man. I haven't decided if I'm letting catch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What the hell, Jody? Now, what's going on, Jody? What's going on? Like I said last week or so, these older men just want sex. They don't want friendship. I'm older and I want friendship. Sex is easy. Friendship is hard. A lot of people don't want to do hard. Sex is easy. Sex is easy. Friendship is hard. But you gotta make them. You gotta, ladies. You gotta steer them. But you gotta be willing to. Yeah, you get. It's a way to do it. All men want friendship. If a man's really interested in you, he wants friendship. Never was sex the building block of a good relationship. It's an enhancer. It's not a building block. It's an enhancer. It's not a building block. Sorry, some men not. Hey, come on now. Come on now. Uh-oh, this must be some old dude that's trying to worm his way into your life, Pontoon Jody. Come on, what's going on? I tried. Thank you, Auntie, baby. Thank you. I tried. It's hard. It's hard pleasing y'all ladies. It's hard. Just you don't know what the ladies do. It's hard. But I tried. Okay, ladies. Okay, ladies. Quit. Y'all try to make me blush or something. Come on. Come on. Let's get back. Y'all messing with me now. I'm messing with me now. Juggernaut. What's going on, Jug? What's going on with you, brother? Jody said, I have a best friend, fishing partner. I've been telling you that. I thought he was giving you everything you wanted, Jody. Oh, hit the like button, subscribe to the page, share this video. I got a big announcement, y'all. I'm going to add another facet to the show. I will be having a call-in line. I'm in the process of getting a phone number for the show. I'm going to get a phone, and that phone is going to be specifically for this show. So starting next Tuesday, we will have a call-in number where you all can call in and voice your opinions on the phone. I'm in the process of getting a number now. I'm trying to see if I can just get a 3333333, something like that. 99. I'm trying to get one of those phone numbers. So I've been working with the people at the phone company that I use. So I will have a call-in number starting next week, y'all. So y'all can just call in and talk to your heart. Well, I ain't gonna let you get on the soapbox, but yeah, we're gonna add a phone number to the channel. I'm talking about men older than you. Damn. 65-year-olds? Well, I will say this. The fastest growing group of people who are contracting STDs are senior citizens. It's a lot of wild stuff going on in them senior homes. There's a lot of wild stuff going on in them senior homes. Wow, he does. It's called perks. Wow. Women, you ladies, I learn so much from you all. I love talking to y'all every week. I learn so much from you ladies. I still learn every day, and I enjoy you ladies. Y'all teach me something every week, and it's so much fun. I enjoy you, ladies. The Maas Apeal family is funny. Y'all funny. Y'all funny. Y'all funny. Uh-oh, she said 57, 58, 59. I mean, are they still jigging? They still got all their movement? Are they still like that? Huh? They still out here dead? I mean, what's wrong? What's wrong with 57, 58, and 59? They can be, but I will say this. Those men are looking at like, I don't got a lot of time on my side. So I can see where the friendship part might be a little bit on the back burner with them, and they want to keep their flame going because they're looking like they're not getting any younger. But Jeanette, you too much for you too much for that age range right there. You too much for that. You shouldn't even be entertaining though. You'll give an old man like it a heart attack. Come on. I do care for him, but it's not. And I had a show about that as well. I had a show ethically monogamous. No, ethical monogamy. We have fun. I have friends. Wow. Angie Baby said, how depressing. Senior citizens getting more action. Well, that's them people that's in them homes. They ain't got nothing but a little activities group. Then they got a whole bunch of free time at the little senior citizens home. There's a lot of wild stuff going on in the senior citizens home. I'm looking for friendships, not just sex. And you know what? It's funny y'all say that. I'm on Facebook, and Facebook has a dating app, and I think you get automatically put into it or whatever. But on the Facebook app, they have a thing now that says friendship. People that are looking to be friends, because a lot of people don't know how to communicate. Friendship. Friendship is the building block for a relationship. There can be no relationship without friendship. Nightbot, chill out. Nightbot trying to go get you, Jeanette. I don't know why. I don't know why Nightbot tripping, but yeah. You can't be in a relationship without it being a friendship. If it's a relationship without a friendship, it's physical. It's all physical. It's a situationship. Situationships are whatever with no friendship. That's what a situationship is. It's doing stuff without it being a friendship. But like I said, the nicest women are in ATL, and we were talking about that. We got sidetracked talking about Transformers, but the nicest women are in ATL, and I say that it's like that because of competition. Women compete for men in Atlanta. Believe that. Believe that. Believe that. There is a competition. It may be underlying. It's not something like it's a starting line and y'all look. No, it's not like that. It's underlying. It's presentation. It's appearance. It's attitude. It's femininity. Those are all your tools. And there's other women with tools as well. So it's a competition. If it wasn't a competition, y'all ladies wouldn't be throwing that thing over your head and them ladies back there fighting for that bouquet of flowers if it wasn't a competition. it wasn't a competition. Y'all wouldn't all be out there jumping like Jordan trying to catch that bouquet after the wedding. It's a competition. Ladies do not like competing unless it's spades. Y'all don't think y'all compete for men. You're competing for men. Uh-oh. YWG. I heard a lot of them dudes are shook. I knew he was going to come in with something wild. What? Why would you need to step your game up, Pontoon Jody? You got a man that's giving you, well, he must not be giving you everything that you need because you said you're about to have a new boyfriend. So what you going to do about your fishing partner if you get a new boyfriend? Are you going to cut your fishing partner off? Y'all got a good thing going with your show. What are you going to do? What you going to do, Jody? You got a dilemma. You got a dilemma. You need Maas's introspection on this. This new guy, does he want to be a friend? Or does he want something different than the situation you're in? Or are you leaving one situation for another in the same type situation? Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. YWG said cut the bait. He said cut the bait, Pontoon. The resident married man tells Pontoon Jody to cut the bait. Wow. Okay. So see, Pontoon, the way that you say things, I was thinking that everything was so great between y'all. Y'all kick it every weekend. You know, you go stay with him. He stays with you on the weekends. What's wrong now, Jody? Something he's not giving you? Something that you're not getting out of y'all's friendship? What are you not getting, Jody? Do you think he's giving another woman some of your time? I know women say that they're cool with, dating and doing things like that. But when you're dating someone and y'all aren't y'all aren't in a monogamous relationship, do you get angry if you see him out eating dinner, doing something with that other woman? I've been in those types of situations and I don't get jealous. Hey, and keep it moving. Yeah, let's keep it moving. It's the grown-up thing to do. I don't know what that means. Yeah, okay, Jody. Okay, Jody. There must be something that you're not getting from the one person if you're entertaining the thoughts of giving another man the chance. Why don't you tell your best friend what you need? Because a closed mouth don't get fed. You know that. Closed mouth don't get fed. Closed mouth don't get fed, Jody. We got chocolate. Chocolate's in. I'm always confused with the South. If you're a Southern belle, then the man is to chase the woman. The woman of the South chase their men and then expect them to act as. No, well, I had a conversation with a lady about that when I was in Atlanta. She said that she wouldn't respect a man if she pursued him. Because the man is supposed to be the hunter. But some women, I think I'm indifferent on that. It's empowering when a woman approaches you. She can still be feminine. So I don't really I don't look at that as being masculine. I don't. But I do like to be the aggressor. But I've had women buy me drinks, and hey, I have I have no problem with the woman going for what she wants. I don't. But I also know how to show that I'm the man in the situation. So even though a woman approaches me, I can still have the masculine upper hand. And he's not going that way. Make it make sense, Chocolate lady. The lady said that y'all compete with Transformers for real men. I don't believe that. I think that a man that mess with a Transformer, that ain't no man you want. That's a DL dude, or man, that's a gay dude. He is free to do what he wants. I just don't want to know about it. Nothing wrong with that. And I don't think he would want to know about if you went out with somebody else either, Jody. I think this. I think that goes both ways. Even if you're in a even if you're in an open relationship or you're dating or whatever, you still don't want to. You don't. Yeah, that's a weird situation. But like I said, if you're out and you see him and they're with someone, they just real talk. Uh-oh. Oh no. Juggernaut said Jody's looking for another worm. Oh no. She might have one of them little bitty ones. She need a night crawler. You know, night crawler's big and fat. She said, nope. Okay, ladies. YWG said his wife came after him. And I think it's safe to say that YWG is he's still the man in that relationship. So YWG, hold on, I'm gonna put the link out here. Did it bother you that your woman approached you? I'm gonna put you know what? I always put the link out here, and nobody had ever come. You know, y'all scared to come up here and talk. You know what it is. But I'm gonna put the link up. There's the link. His wife came after him. What you ladies say about that? Can a woman be the aggressor, but the man still be the masculine individual in the relationship? Can that happen? He has his reason, and now I plays it self. I understand. I understand, Jody. But yeah, if you're not getting anybody, if you're not getting what you want out of a situation, you gotta go for what you want. Because there are no do-overs. We don't get to come, we don't get to, I didn't do it like this time. I'm gonna come back. No. Time cannot be wasted. Our time here is precious. It's short time, not a long time. So you gotta get what you want. Chocolate said, oh, hell no. Nah. Be honest with me if you are open and dating others. I will give you the same. And a lot of times it's about respect. I think a lot of people just want a choice. I want the choice to say whether I don't mind you going out or not. And I want the choice to be like, I'd rather just me and you. But you gotta open communication. Open communication is the number one most important thing in a friendship. It's because you want to believe what the person is telling you. So if a person starts out not being honest, it's kind of hard to start out in a dishonest space and move to an honest space. It can't be done. Juggernaut said one of my best relationships was when she approached me. And that's what I'm saying, ladies. A lot of men don't mind being approached by a woman. Some women go for what they want. Now that's two people, that's two men in here who said that YWG was approached by his wife and she became his wife. Juggernaut said one of his best relationships was when a woman approached him. So why is this? I'm sure your weekend gardener still proposed like a man. He did. I will say that he did. He showed me the ring when he was gone. Yeah, he did. He got down on his knee. Now that's one thing I will say this. I don't mind a woman approach me, but ain't no woman getting on her knee in front of me. Oh no, I wouldn't even let that happen. I wouldn't let that happen. Uh-oh. See, Jody said, I have told him I was talking to someone else. He's going to come down and take me fishing in a couple of weeks. Okay, Jody. Open communication is the best thing. All communication should be open. If you're in a relationship with someone, there shouldn't be anything that y'all can't talk about. Friendship, relationship, communication is the most important key to all of that. Communication. Well, Jody, like I said, you just had your birthday a few months ago. Things change. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting the best for you. Nothing wrong with that. Some women are so strong in their everyday life that they crave to be treated like a woman. Yeah. That's a good statement. Some women are so strong in their everyday life that they crave to be treated like a woman. Basically, they're saying, the woman that's the boss at work, she wants to come home and not be the boss. And that's a good woman that can understand that. A lot of women that are in positions of power, they don't know how to cut that power off when they come home. So a woman that knows how to do that, that's a gem. That's a unicorn. That's a unicorn. That is a unicorn. Honesty is the only policy. Honesty is not the best policy. Honesty is the only policy. There is no policy. It's the only policy. If it's not honest, it ain't nothing. It's just dead words. Dead words. Honesty is the only policy. Weed out the you gotta weed out the bullshit. You can do that in the first 2 or 3 minutes. But Juggernaut TV and YWG, why do you all feel that women in Atlanta are the nicest women in the US? YWG, you've never been in Atlanta, but I'm pretty sure you've been to Atlanta. Juggernaut, you've lived in Atlanta for 20 years. Why are women in Atlanta nicer than women anywhere else? And my feelings that I stated in the beginning were that because of competition. I think that it's the competition. It's the competition that makes these women nicer. The competition to have a good man. And to bounce off of that, do men need to go where the good women are? Do men need to go where the good women are? Do women need to go where the good men are? Pontoon Joe said, bingo, chocolate. Women out there are starving. YWG said, women in Atlanta are starving. And that's the reason why they are so nice. Are women starving? Ladies, starving for attention of a man? Juggernaut said, they are not all nice, but they move differently. They're not all nice, but they do move differently. I think women in Atlanta have perfected the art of the soft landing. Not that, I had to take the soft landing, but I think I just think women in Atlanta, my dude Gino, shouts out to Gino, shouts out to the San Francisco correspondent, Gino. Yeah, man, I had to get back in time for the show. I'm tired, but the show must go on. The show must go on. My dude G. Darkstar said, I'm a serial monogamous. If you have to see me and other people, I don't need. If you have to see Darkstar and other people, she don't need you. All or nothing. And I think that's how everybody, all or nothing. I want all your energy or none of your energy. Starving isn't the word. 10 women to every one male is crazy. That one male could be into 3 different lifestyles and 2 aren't. Wow. We keep on going back to this DL thing. We talking about real men. It's gotta be scary for it. It has to be scary for ladies. It has to be scary for ladies because you have to look at a man that's pursuing you, and then in the back of your mind, you're thinking that he might be messing with a man. That's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow. My thing is when men get to a certain age, the playing is done. When men get to a certain age, the playing is done. You're looking for nobody wants to grow old. That's the common denominator in the conversations. That's the common denominator in all the conversations that we have in terms of relationships is that nobody wants to grow old. Nobody. Nobody wants to be in a rocking chair in a house by themselves with a dog or a cat. Nobody. So at some point, men must understand you can't be a player all your life. You can't. At some point, you have to be willing to give your all to one person. Just my thoughts. Thank you. Facts. Jeanette said, my guy friend who lives in ATL, he said all these women want is what a man has, and that's his money. It's a lot of brothers out here with women that don't have money. Some women, money is a determining factor. But we know that it's not all men because 80% of the babies come from 20% of the men. The dude, Tyreek Hill, that plays for the Miami Dolphins, he has, I think he's 28. He has 9 children by 7 different women. 80% of the babies come from 20% of the men. These women knew he had other babies when they laid with him. But nobody sees the problem. Everybody sees the problem with the men having the children by the different women, but nobody sees the problem with the women laying down with this man that has 5 other baby mamas and having a baby with him. I see problems on both sides. Dog start that part. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chocolate, you were wild with this statement. 3 different relationships and 2 ain't straight. Wow, Chocolate. Pontoon looks for the good in people. The bad will come out. Yeah, hit the like button. 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 Some aren't on the DL. They just doing them. Crazy part, the women in ATL know this and will do whatever it takes to just have a man. Make it makes. I don't think that they'll do whatever. Some aren't on the DL. They're just doing them. Crazy part, the women in ATL know this and will do whatever it takes to just. So what about the women who share men? What about the woman that knows he has other women? Is it because of his status? What some women overlook the women. Some women don't care that this man has other women. So what about those women? What about the women who know that a man has a, or what about the man that knows that a woman has, the guy that plays for the Cowboys? He knew that the woman that he impregnated had a baby by Future and had a baby by Bow Wow. What made him think that she was going to do any different and be with him? The relationship ended a month after the baby was born. What was it about that woman that made that man think that she was going to be different for him? I think some people, men and women, want what they can't have. Is that safe to say? Is this safe to say that there are some men and some women out here who want what another person has? That's what Drake is going through right now. He didn't messed around and smashed everybody in the industry's women. He didn't smash, and that's why he's going through what he's going through now. Nobody trusts him. On top of some of the other wild stuff. So a man's status can put a blindfold on a woman. Certain men can do certain things that other men can't do. Certain women can get the attention of men that certain women can't. I mean, I think it's just life. I just think it's life. I just think it's life. Coming up on an hour and a half. Hit the like button. Share this video out. Subscribe to the page. Oh, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. I went down to Atlanta and got 33 new subscribers. Now I'm 90 subscribers from 2,000. So now we're making a push for 2,000 subscribers. Hopefully these subscribers will start watching the page. But I'm getting more and more people every week. We're going to continue this. We're going to continue the conversation. Like I said, next week I'm going to be adding a phone number. YWG didn't want to come up here and talk. He didn't want to come up here and tell the reasons why his wife choosing him was what I mean, Juggernaut or YWG. I need one of y'all to come up here and explain to us why the one, YWG, your woman approached you and she ended up becoming your wife. What was it about her approach that impressed you? What was it about her approach that let you know that she was approaching you, but you were still the man in the situation? Juggernaut, why was the relationship where the woman approached you first? Why was that one of your best relationships? These are things that brothers need to know because they need to know the signs of a good woman. That was what this conversation was all about. For women, what are the signs of a good man? It's kind of hard for y'all because y'all be scared that everybody's DL. Not Hughley. Women by age, not mentally. I think I know what you're saying. I think I do. Quarter Brick University. My homie from Harlem, Quarter Brick, like you said earlier. Be an 8 in your hometown and get somewhere else and be a 3. Yeah, man. Some of you ladies in your hometown, you might be getting it. But you go to ATL, you might be a 3. That's the truth. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just being dead serious. You could be an 8 in your hometown and go to Atlanta and instantly become a 3. Instantly. Wow. YWG said a West Virginia too. Oh no. Oh, I didn't. YWG said that, ladies. I did not say that. West Virginia too. Okay. Just to have a man or a piece of a man complete them or make themselves irrelevant. Lack of self-esteem, lack of self-esteem, and lack of self-worth. A woman, but some men say the best girlfriend is a side chick. I don't understand that, but I could never make a side chick my main woman. That's just me. I saw this video where a side dude left his wife for his side chick. He said it was the best move he ever made in his life. He said his side chick was more loyal to him than his woman. And what Chocolate just said is proof of what his point. It's proof of his point. You can't have self-love and self-worth if you're going to be with a man and you know he's laying with another woman. Open relationship, polygamy, polygyny. Those are outliers. Those are outlier relationships. We're talking about the bell curve. We're talking about the middle. I don't think anyone, man or woman, really wants to lay with somebody who's laying with somebody else. Now, everybody has needs and wants, and everybody wants to get their needs and wants filled. But if you're really in a monogamous relationship, you don't want that person laying with nobody else. And me, I just think that men have a better success rate of meeting a good woman in Atlanta as opposed to any other city in America. Why is it? What is it about when women go to Atlanta, they raise their bar more than any other place in America? Like I said, I was in Atlanta for a week. I went to the grocery store. I went to lots of different places. I did not see one bonnet. I did not see one woman in night clothes. I didn't see a woman that needed fill-ins. Is it that women know they have to look the part and be the part to get a good woman in Atlanta? What is it? What is it? Come back to the Midwest. Come back to gripes, gripes and misfortune. Hey, I appreciate you, Judd. I appreciate you. Chocolate said, I am very affected and attentive to my dog. He is loyal by default. What's the dude's problem? For one, a man is not a dog, and you can't give him some trinkets and throw some food in his mouth. And I don't know, it's a different loyalty. The dog is dependent on you for his food, for him going outside to use the bathroom. He's dependent on you for everything, so he has to be loyal. Else, yeah. Men, some men move off that Pavlov stuff. They mouth start watering when they see a nice looking woman or some food or something. But every man's not like that. Wants and needs. Wants and needs. Some people live for wants. Some people live for needs. Women need to start looking for men who are looking for needs, not wants. Needs always win out over wants. A lot of women need to look at what a man needs and not what a man wants. Because if a man wants you, he wants you. Now he just needs you to do the stuff that he needs. Vice versa as well. Darkstar said, unfortunately, some people think they can make a housewife out of a hoe. Look at Kanye. Some men just don't know how to choose women. Some women just don't know how to choose men. Kanye lives for wants. Kanye lives for wants. Because it has to be wants. It can't be needs. He wants his woman to walk around with her everything jiggling and everything's. He doesn't need his woman to do that. He wants his woman to do that. And she provides that for him. Even though it's not a need, it's a want. I want you to go outside with uh, your nipples just covered. I want you to do that. I want them to see my woman. I mean, but that's what's in right now. Men want, some men, a lot of men want video vixens, chicks that they see in videos. And the women want the rappers. Okay, we got YWG in the house. He's gonna come up here. He's gonna tell us what it was about his woman approaching him was different. What was different, YWG, man? I'm gonna chill out and let you talk. I've been talking for an hour and
No,
45 minutes.
I don't have much to say. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, my mic's working. Cool. No, you okay? You know I met my wife online, right?
yeah. Come on, man.
And
I know the whole story.
yeah, so what pretty much happened was she reached out to me first, and I didn't realize until like maybe 2 weeks later, and I started going through my messages, and I saw her, and I said, "Oh, she's cute." And by the time I reached out to her, she thought that I pretty much dissed her. Like I wasn't interested. So pretty much from that moment we spoke every day since.
every day.
Every day since 2020.
So when she approached you, you didn't take that as her being masculine, did you?
No, I didn't take that no kind of way because it's a dating site. People, if you like someone, you say something. That's all it was.
Right, exactly. Because when you're on the dating site, you're going off of looks.
And then some,
Totally 100%.
yeah, some information you read, you might like, okay, because I say on my profile, hey, if you're looking for money, keep it moving.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. So women can approach men
Yeah,
and then not be in a masculine way. I think men
yeah.
get, yeah.
All
I
it was
wish
is she was
dudes,
pretty much saying hi.
yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the icebreaker, being the breaking the ice in the situation. I don't look at. There's a difference between a woman being masculine and a woman just coming at you naturally.
Quick story. Quick story. Um, I was in my 20s, and this woman on the dance floor just, come on, let's dance, and grabbed me, just put my hand on her chest, and then put my hands on her butt, and I was like, that was too much. Now we don't as men we don't like that. That's too much.
That's too much.
That's too much.
She wasn't taking no for an answer.
Nah. She was very aggressive, and you know,
Too
nah. That's
aggressive.
somebody. That's someone you don't want to make your girlfriend. That
Understood. Understood.
that side chick behavior.
Juggernaut said men don't have sex for emotional comfort.
Boom.
Do women have sex for emotional comfort?
I think my ex did that.
Men do not have sex for emotional comfort. What do men have sex for?
They have it because they're really into the person they're with, or they love them.
That's what sex should be.
Yeah.
A lot of situations should. That's the reason why you'll see people and they'll have a new girlfriend, a new boyfriend every 2 or 3 months on Facebook. I see it all the time. That's because there was no friendship. It was all physical. It was
Yeah.
no mental. It was no. It was all physical. So that's I look at stuff like I'm. Yeah, I don't just jump into. I don't just me. I'm not a. If I'm in a relationship, we didn't got to the point where we're friends and we working towards something. I don't
You,
never have those types of 2 3 month. Just my girlfriend and we break up and I don't. I've never done that. I guess that's why I'm still friends with most of my exes because we were friends before it even got to a relationship.
and just a side note for on my situation, I met my wife in 2020, and I proposed to her in 2021.
It didn't take long for you to know. So
Nah,
so basically, you were looking for a wife, and when you found a woman, you knew she was the one, and you didn't hesitate.
nah. There's no need to. If you know, you know. You know. And I can honestly say I've dated women for 5 years, for 7 years, and it was just dating. I already knew I was going to marry them. They were just there.
Yeah,
So
I can. I've done that. Yeah. My last
yeah.
relationship was 10 years, and I thought it was going to be something, and it just didn't. It just didn't materialize.
Well, the reason why I think it didn't materialize is because you know when you know.
Yeah.
You know when you know. I mean,
Yeah.
if you dating someone and it hit the 2 year mark, You already know. Nah, yeah, nah.
He said, Jug said, "Oh damn, I see many bonnets down here, my brother, but it also depends on where you go and you were. I was in travel mode, but I wasn't doing tourist stuff. I was doing local stuff. So yeah, but yeah, I now what I'm telling you, what I mean by that, Jug, is I can go out right now in Cincinnati and I'm gonna see somebody with a bonnet on. I'm gonna see a bonnet. If I go out right now, I can go to Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, because here white girls wear bonnets. So Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati, I can see somebody with a bonnet on. Ain't nothing funny than seeing a white girl with a bonnet on. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Chocolate said men want women to be loyal like dogs, so why can't a woman expect what they want? I don't want no woman to be loyal like a dog. I don't. That's a different type of loyalty. That's a loyalty to the money. That's how I would be loyal like a dog. Is she would just be loyal to the money. Because when you're giving something to a dog, it's a Pavlov reflex. I don't think relationships work off Pavlov reflexes. I don't. Women don't want to be courted. A lot of women don't even know what courtship is. A lot of women don't even know what courtship is. A lot of men don't know what courtship is. But the thing about it is, courtship can get you used up now because women don't respect courtship. If you court a woman, that's a way to get used because when you're courting a woman, you're showing her that you can provide and you can take care of her. A lot of women, you do that, that becomes an expectation and not, you know, I'm doing this because I love you. It becomes, I expect you to do that. And it's not your wife yet. A lot of women want wife things, but they don't want to be a wife. A lot of men want the woman to be a wife, and they don't. I mean, it goes, but things go both ways. When we're having these conversations, we're not saying this. I'm not saying it's totally on one side. It's just it takes two to tango. Damn. So up, Jud, Chocolate said you a lie. She said she loves to be courted. I feel most just don't know how or court the wrong person. You a lie, Jud. Women love to be courted. Courtship is a process. Courtship is the process that you should take if you're really looking for a wife. And I can say this just because I know YWG that before YWG found his wife, you went through some wild. You went through some wild stuff. You
Yeah,
went through some wild situations to get to your wife.
yeah,
So I can see how that determining factor could have been present because you had two or three instances where you knew that this person was just with you for your money.
yeah.
Yeah. You knew that. So it was easy to pull yourself out of it.
And
Wow.
then the story I always say, not to cut you off, is that I always say that my wife was a wife before I met her. You know, she had those qualities. She did those things, those mannerisms, that feminism. That feminine trait. She already had those things. And then when I met her, it wasn't like she was pretending to do it. That was just her. That's
Jug,
why I always say that.
they said you both alive. And Jug came back and said, I'm not alive. Pontoon said, my only concern with the new guy is I'm planning on opening a bait and tackle store next year. He owns a tackle business. I don't know about mixing business and pleasure. Mixing business and pleasure can never go. I mean, there's always good things, but yeah, for the most part, yeah, you
Well,
don't mix
it,
don't mix
it
business.
it'll work. It'll work if you get married. It'll work.
Yeah, and that's what you're looking to do,
Yeah.
Pontoon Joe. You want to get married, so if this guy's gonna, if you feel this guy's right, and y'all get married, I think that the business could, yeah, because then there's an investment. Both of y'all are fully invested into
Yeah.
having a good relationship and having a good business. So it can be good. It can be good, Jody.
Oh,
And it sounds
I got a question for Jody if she's still on. Are you gonna be doing mail orders for your bait and tackle? I'm thinking about taking up fishing.
oh hell. You ain't never put a worm on the hook in your life, man. What the hell?
That's why she got to have those fake baits. I'll take that.
Oh, hell no, man. You don't catch them with fake plastic worms. You gotta put some night crawlers on the worm, man.
I ain't
Right.
touching that. I'm not touching
And they
that.
say, right, she too aggressive. I don't like aggressive men. Back up. You don't like aggressive men, Jeanette? Man, gotta have a little bit of aggression, not too much, but just a little bit. Come on now, Jeanette. Come on now. Darkstar said, unfortunately, in the black community, we have the bigotry of lowered expectations. Whoa, that's a lot to unpack right there. We have the bigotry of lowered expectations. Some of us, some of us has aspirations for higher expectations. But I fully 100% understand what you're saying, Darkstar. Yeah. Chocolate says, so is it wrong if a woman isn't into emotional comfort? Men feel it's wrong when she just wants you for a damn good 30 nuts. Damn, 30 nuts?
Oh
Man,
wow.
that's a whole lot of action in one night.
Oh, that's too much. That's a coma.
That's some friction burns. Some friction burns in there.
Oh,
Just a damn chocolate 30? She trying to get it in. Wow. Chocolate said naked. Who wears clothes? Yeah, man. Ladies, a man jump in the bed with a t-shirt on and yeah. I
you
sleep in
already know what's up. You already know what's up.
I sleep in the buff. I have all my life. My mother used to be knock on the door like, you got your night clothes on? No. I don't wear no clothes in bed. My mother would be like, boy, you gotta put some clothes. You don't live alone. You gotta put I said my door's closed. We don't do closed doors in this locked doors in this house. I'm in here naked. A real
Oh
woman
man.
will show respect for the man, for that man courting them, and know how to show him she appreciates him. You would hope so. But like I said, a lot of men court the wrong woman and end up getting used. A lot of men court the wrong woman. YWG looks like a loving, caring man. His energy is warm, hugs throughout the screen. I love his wife for speaking for this big dancing bear. He's a dancing bear. What the hell he
Hey
is?
man, I'm telling you, that's my heart right there, man.
I already know.
That's my heart.
Know how I know how Evie makes you feel, and I know how you make Evie feel. Y'all the perfect team. Y'all the perfect team. Wow. Pontoon Joe said, I wear tops and bottoms to sleep when I'm at James' house out of respect to his son. I mean, okay, yeah, Joe. Yeah, I mean, that's only right, Jody. You don't want to be in there bent over in the refrigerator with your G string on and his son walk into the kitchen. So we understand, Jody. We understand you. You don't want to do that. Yes, she's doing mail orders. Jody, when he orders some of them plastic worms, send him a thing of night crawlers. What you use? Blood bait, dough ball. What you be using, Pontoon Jody? Blood bait, dough ball.
Other
What else?
fish.
What did, we used to fish with mealworms. What you be fishing with, Jody?
Other fish.
Juggernaut said you gonna end up catching the trans fish with that fake bait. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't even know we had such thing as trans fish. This dude Jug. Pontoon Jody. At Pontoon Jody, catfishing, I get that. I love alone. Naked as a jaybird. I live alone. Naked as a jaybird. My son must not before. Yeah, man. People don't sleep with clothes on no more, man. It be I like my body on the sheets. Jeanette said I was referring to what YWG was saying. He said that the girl grabbed him. That's why I said something about aggressive. I ain't never grabbed nobody's hand and put it on my jank on no dance floor.
Nah.
That's not that's an assault.
Yeah. She made me assault her, and I ain't like that.
Pontoon Jody's in Tennessee.
Hey, I thought about moving to Tennessee.
Yeah, Pontoon Jody, this dude's thinking about moving to Tennessee.
My son said it was nice out there. I think he was in it starts with a B. Is that Biloxi?
That's Mississippi.
Okay, that's where he was. He was in
Biloxi,
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
He was where he was where all the
It was a military base out there, I think, or he was
yeah,
near.
military base. That's where all the casinos are.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had an hour and 53 minutes. It's the last 7 minutes of the show. I really appreciate everybody. Y'all's input is great. I love the Mass Appeal family. Oh shoot. Jody said you will love Tennessee. Chocolate said, thank you. I need to go fishing.
I heard it's
Hey,
relaxing.
hey Chocolate. Pontoon Jody don't catch little fish. She don't catch little fish. She catch big 50 pound, 60 pound catfish.
Catfish nuggets.
Ugh. I like catfish fillets, but I don't think I would eat a 60 pound catfish. That's a whole lot of bottom feed.
Hey, I saw that plate you had in Atlanta. I don't know.
Ooh. The
That
lobster
plate was
fried rice.
that plate was serious.
I will say this. If anybody that's watching is in the Atlanta area, check out Poor Calvin's. It's downtown, like 10th Street. It's right downtown Atlanta. They have some of the best food that I have. And it's a nice spot. It's really nice. So if you're ever in Atlanta, go check out Poor Calvin's. Poor Calvin's. Food's delicious. Go back and look at go look at my shorts and look at the short. You'll see why I am saying to go to Poor Calvin. Oh yeah, today's show is sponsored by Captivative HR Solutions. You need your resume done? If you need your resume done, hit me up. I do professional resumes. If you need help starting a business, I do business consultations. I really don't never talk about my business too much on here, but yeah, today's show is sponsored by Captivative HR Solutions. Oh yeah, you can get one of these T-shirts too. If you want one, just let me know. I'll get you one made up. I got Mass Appeal T-shirts now. I got Captivative HR Solutions T-shirts. So yeah, I'm about to put my little Shopify page up. So I will be having some merch. I will be having a telephone line for the show. I'm doing things to grow the show. I'm doing things to grow the show. I hope everybody is, I hope that the topics that we talk about are engaging to everyone. I love the engagement that you all provide for me. Like I said, I do this show because I'm learning every day just like everybody else. And that's how we do this. But yeah, YWG, we got 5 minutes left. I'm going to let you get the last 5 minutes to tell them what you got going on your garden, what you've been doing in your garden, what's your next video, and yeah, speak some Portuguese too.
Okay. Well, I know I don't have 5 minutes of conversation, so I give you maybe 30 seconds.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold a
Go ahead.
second. Good night. Good night, Jeanette.
Jeanette, have a good night.
Oh, and Jody wants to know how many watch hours do you need?
A whole bunch. YouTube took 1,600 of my watch hours and put me all the way back to 700. Yeah, I was almost monetized and they took my stuff. But yeah, Pontoon Jody said it's cheap and affordable with little taxes in Tennessee.
Okay, okay, okay. What I'm doing in the garden is I'm wrapping up my summer stuff, my tomatoes, my cucumbers, my peppers. I'm pulling everything out to garden. Um, I still have potatoes that I need to check on and see if they're ready. Uh, and I'm just getting ready for winter gardening or fall gardening, where I'll be doing Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, lettuce, mustard greens, red mustard greens, bok choy, just in any kind of brassica that does well in the winter. That's what I'll be doing.
I was zipped up because I just busted out like Superman. Captain Phillips, HR Solutions. Hey,
Yeah,
Chocolate, for coming. Thank you for coming, Chocolate. Go ahead, YWG. Finish my bad.
no, no, I'm saying you was all zipped up like it's cold in the house.
Hey man, I'm not even gonna lie. It was 90 degrees in Atlanta yesterday. I left Atlanta this morning at 6. I got home and it's like 60 something degrees here in Newport. It was
Yeah,
chi- it was chilly here today. So
yeah.
yeah,
It's like October. It's like October over here.
hey man, I came back here. I think it's yeah. So I got this blue jean jacket. Oh yeah, this blue jean jacket. This is a 101. I got this dude that I buy clothes from him on Instagram. I got lots of his clothes, but yeah, this is a 101. I got some shorts to go with it, but yeah, if anybody wants to know his info, let me know. And yeah, I will give you all his info. Cause yeah, Vivid Visions.
Hey,
If you look Vivid Visions up on Instagram, you'll see he's got jackets, he's got sweatshirts, he's got a lot of clothes that he makes out of old quilts. I love old quilts. My great grandmother used to make me quilts, and yeah, so yeah, I love his clothes. Everything's comfortable. It's all affordable, and it's all 1-to-1. So yeah, if you like good clothes, check out my man Vivid Visions on Instagram. Black
hey,
owned.
next time put his link out on your page next
Yeah,
show.
I'm gonna put his link out. But yeah, he's located in North Carolina. You buy clothes from him, and you have the clothes in 2 days. So yeah, I got some shorts to go with these. I didn't put the shorts on. I got them right here. I'll show them to you. So yeah, he makes all types of clothes out of old quilts and stuff. I love his clothes. I love his clothes. So yeah, check out Vivid Visions. But yeah, this has been another edition of Adult Conversations with my hey YWG. Stay on. I need to talk to you. This has been another edition of Adult Conversations with Maas. Shouts out to my boy YWG. Go check his page out. Shouts out to Bud Files. Go check their page out. Shouts out to Angie Baby. Go check her page out. Homeboy Juggernaut TV. He's gonna be putting some stuff on this page. Go subscribe to his page. He's gonna have a lot of stuff coming out too. Yeah, it's your boy Mass Apeal.
Pontoon Jody.
Shouts out to Pontoon Jody, the resident person that will put the night crawler on your hook for you, the dough ball, blood bait, whatever you need. Jody will give you information on how to catch big catfish. Go check Jody's page out. Shouts out to everybody. Mass Apeal family, I love y'all. Be back next Tuesday. Come back for the shorts this week.